Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to build an authentication system using Django Rest API as a backend and Angular 10 as a front end with the help of official documentation. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to stay connected. Let's start by creating a directory to store our Django project and Django application. So open up a terminal or command prompt in Windows 10 machine, and now change directory to documents by cd command cd documents. We can create directory any location in computer, this case in documents. Now create a directory to store our project mkdir and then directory name, and move into this directory by cd command. Now ensure Python and pip is already installed in your machine. Check it by version. I have already installed Python version 3.9 and pip version. Okay, we need to create a virtual environment, so type this command to create virtual environment. Type -m venv and then virtual environment project name env or venv, any name venv. This command will work on Windows operating system, and then hit enter. It takes some time to create a virtual machine along with Python 3.9. because I have installed Python venv with Python 3.9. After creating virtual environment, we need to activate virtual environment. And then we will install Django and Django Rest framework along with Python, another package. It's taking some time, so go to a browser and browse Django Rest framework and click on installation. Okay, and now activate this virtual environment by this command venv and then script and then activate dot bat, then hit enter, and now virtual environment is activated. So we can now install Django and Django Rest framework by this command. At first install Django by pip install Django. If you want to install Django a specific version, then use double equal then version number. Otherwise, if you want to install Django latest version, then leave this portion, and now hit enter. Django 3.1.2 is installing. Okay, now install Django Rest framework. You can follow this installation with the help of Django Rest framework official website. Hit enter and mark down supports for the browsable API. So install markdown, and then install Django filter for the filtering support. After successful installation, we can create a Django project. So now to create a Django project, use this command Django admin and then start project, and then project name backend, and now move into backend by change directory command. Backend contains backend directory and a file manage.py. This is the Python file. So now we can start this project by running server. So run server by this command python manage run server and hit enter. and now you can access with this URL. So access localhost okay. And now add REST framework application to your project. So we need to open this project within a text editor. So my case obviously VS Code. We can start VS Code. From backend folder code dot enter. Or you can manually open your project from VS Code file menu. You can change this name backend, but this is the project name, actual name backend. So go to inside this backend and open setting Python file. And here a URL that contains path admin now add your REST framework here. So you can take help from this website official documentation, copy and paste here. After that you need to set a URL for authentication. So copy this to URL. You can change this with API auth and save. Start server. And this URL is used for browsable API when if you want to use for login and logout views. And now go to authentication, and copy this lines for set the authentication schema. Set this on the settings file anywhere. Here basic authentication and session authentication. Reloading. Include is not defined, so go to this URL and here include. Enter Python interpreter. Documents and then scripts, and now select Python. Open a terminal from Visual Studio Code. So we don't need to CMD now, so closed from here, minimize, and now run server. And try to browse these two links. Here admin, it will show an error. No such table Django session, and check this URL API auth login. This is working. So how to solve this? For admin URL, we have no database and no table, so we need to create a database as well as some default migrations tables. So first do this command to migrate database table and now try to log in. How can we log in? We have no username or password, so we have to create a super user to manage this project. So create a super user by this command python manage create super user and then hit enter. If you want to use this username, leave, otherwise type your username and then enter email and then password. Simple password. Now reload and try to log in by stack and then password. Okay. And try to log in with browsable API. Log in and redirect to an URL. This is the default redirect URL. We can change it from settings. So go to settings, and now set the default login redirect URL. Login redirect URL to root so Now go to admin and log out. Okay, now log out and now log in and notice the change. Sorry, login to API auth. Page not found because we do not create any browsable page. Please watch the next video. Thank you so much.